So this is going to be the first video in several, just trying to get someone oriented to what we do in the estimating department for Marathon Electrical. I'm Bradley Brock. I'm the head of estimating right now. And just for general understanding, I put together a spreadsheet. We've got, your computer's going to look different than this, but in general, when you pull up your files, if you're new to Marathon, we've got a series of different drives that most people can access. The public drive is where most of the project managers keep their information. There's a home drive where different people have their individual folders. 99% of information for estimating is going to live in what they call the X drive. It's this DT apps. So you can either click here if you have this window. If you don't have this window, if you go to something that looks like this PC or my computer, might look similar to this, and it's the same list of drives. We go to this X drive. You'll notice initially at the very top, we've got an organization. We keep all of our estimates in a per year, and this has a series of folders that's just sorted alphabetically, and these are the different projects that we're bidding in 2020. But for the purpose of these videos, we'll go through exactly how all that works. But to orient you, exactly what we're trying to do and get started with, I've put together this estimator task list. I'm going to open it up. It's an attempt to go kind of start to finish through an estimate, kind of in the order that we go in. I tried to make it fairly concise. I got 37 different lines in here, but basically what we're planning on, what we're doing in estimating, is trying to come up with a dollar value for a project based on construction documents. Now that dollar value is going to be a combination of our labor hours and the cost to purchase our material. So, purchase conduit, purchase wire nuts, purchase devices, and then the labor to install that, labor to install hangers and put in nuts and bolts and washers. And then also the quotes that we receive. We'll put together quotes for light fixtures and lighting controls devices and power equipment and medium voltage systems, whatever that may be, and come to a total dollar value. And the reason why there's a list here is because we end up doing very close to the same thing almost every time, and just trying to make that list concise and keep everybody on the same page. It's very rare for one person to go through an estimate by themselves, so it's important that we make this list and kind of stick to it so that we know what other people are working on if someone else is working on your particular project, so that there aren't any holes left out and we're kind of talking the same language from the beginning. Anyways, it kind of starts off as receiving the information. We'll get an invitation from a general contractor, and kind of going through that information and sending out invitations to our vendors and getting everybody on the same page. This is kind of information gathering and information disbursement before you even count anything. And then set up our internal project, and then start counting and start doing what needs to be done to actually put the information into our estimating software, which is a combination of LiveCount and Enterprise. We'll get very familiar with that as these videos go on. And really from here, it's a matter of entering stuff into Enterprise, and this may not make sense quite just yet, but as we get through the details of it, it will. And as you look at this list, so I've kind of got a level number here. It's kind of a level of difficulty, comfort level with estimating, comfort level of estimators with someone else. And then also I have these that are marked in yellow are typically the tasks that take the most amount of time for any given estimator to do. And a large portion of that has to do with counting, just counting out the project, and then measuring the branch and measuring the feeders. Those are large, significant portions as far as estimating the job, because we'll take off every linear foot of conduit that we possibly can and try to understand that. Anyways, that's basically all I wanted to do for this video. Is just say, in general, when we're estimating, we're taking a set of construction documents and we're following an ordered path to put a total dollar value on that. And that's the framework for the series of videos I plan on making.